What is up, guys? It's Swammer here, back again with some more Premier Cup action. Did 3 sets today and went 8 of 15, so pretty average day, but at least inched up a little bit. However, not enough if I want to make it to rank 10 before Season 2 ends. So, had a couple okay sets and then one pretty good set, so we're going to go ahead and get into the pretty good set, because I did definitely play better in that one, so let's go ahead and get right into the video. Yeah, a lot of the other battles, there was, um, they were just kind of defined by the lead, and then I had a couple Togekiss get the boost on Ancient Power, which was not great. So here we get a Togekiss on the lead, which is really not good for us. So we're going to be forced to go into Snorlax, and they swap into Machamp. So far this is not looking good for us at all. We are going to go ahead and shield here because we need to basically get this Machamp to burn a shield. Not going to shield this one now. It won't KO, but I want to get this Machamp to shield once, so that we can potentially come in and farm down with our Garchomp. And what we need to do with Garchomp is get a ton of energy loaded. So here, building up a ton of energy, and to be honest, it might have even been smarter to come in with Metagross, just because that energy is going to be even more important on the Metagross, since Metagross is going to be the key to the winning this match. So we're getting quite low. We're going to take it out now, but we still have a Sand Tomb saved. And then we're going to swap instantly into our Metagross, and it's the Togekiss coming back in. So this is really important because it gave us a very small energy advantage over the Togekiss. Going to build up to their opposing Metagross. Going to build up to the Earthquake and go for the Meteor Mash, knowing that they have to shield if they want to win this match. Going to shield myself. Definitely want to block the Meteor Mash, and then we're going to get to an Earthquake. I was pretty surprised. I think they could have gotten to a Meteor Mash there, so definitely glad that they did not drop that. But we're going to now be able to Meteor Mash this Togekiss coming back in, and that's going to be a good game. So even though we lost lead hard there, we were able to get a very small energy advantage on our Metagross and then carry that through and turn that into a win by getting the Metagross against the Togekiss. So good first match there. Togekiss leads are definitely hard, but there are outs if you can manage to play it right. Here, Dragonite on the lead, not great for us. Garchomp can handle Dragonite, but it needs to have some stored energy, so we're going to swap into Snorlax. But I'm actually completely okay with losing switch advantage here. So just going to build up a ton of energy for whatever they are bringing in. And it is an opposing Snorlax, so this is fine. We're just going to be going for Body Slams, doing a bit of chip damage. We are actually hoping that they decide to use a superpower eventually and debuff themselves, because that will make it easier for our Garchomp to farm down. So getting off a third Body Slam here, this is going to get them to about half health, a little bit below actually, so they're getting fairly low. And they're getting off a Body Slam here. Debating swapping out here, but I decided it's more important for me to stay in. And then they go ahead and Body Slam. Going to come in now with Garchomp, going to drop a Sand Tomb. They're getting off a Body Slam, which is totally fine, but we're going to drop a Sand Tomb on this Garchomp right away. And then we are going to commit to farming down all of this energy. So this is, we're going to take a lot of damage. They're going to get off another Body Slam here. But basically my win condition is to be able to drop a Sand Tomb and an Outrage both on this Dragonite coming back in. So we have 100 energy now. We can drop a Sand Tomb. And the Dragonite is hopefully going to shield this. They do shield. And now we're going to drop an Outrage right away. And this is either going to get the second shield, or it's going to take out the Dragonite. Either is fine. Get the second shield. So now we're going to swap into Metagross. They go into their own Metagross, which is totally fine. They're just going to go for Meteor Mash. I'm going to shield. I need to save the health on the Metagross. And then we're going to be able to get to this Earthquake, which is going to take out the opposing Metagross here. And then it's going to be the Dragonite coming back in, and we've got one shield, and we'll be able to get to a Meteor Mash no problem, so this is going to be a GG. I'm going to shield this. It's just a Dragon Claw, I think. Oh, it's actually a Hurricane. We would have survived, but no reason not to shield. So this is going to take out the Dragonite now, and we're able to take that matchup. So really important there that I had both the Sand Tomb and the Outrage. If the Dragonite had successfully called the Sand Tomb bait, then I probably wouldn't have won. But fortunately, they double shielded, which was able to give me the match. All right, getting into the third matchup here, and we have a Machamp on the lead. So this is just so-so. I think we generally win this matchup. However, Machamps usually shield. I should actually check. I don't think that the Sand Tomb is strictly speaking necessary for Outrage to one-hit KO, but they usually shield, so I go ahead and go for the Sand Tomb anyways, and we do get a shield, so that's pretty good. They're going to get off another Cross Chop here, but we don't need to shield this. And then we're going to go ahead and go for an Outrage. And if they shield this, which they may very well, they do shield, we're going to go ahead and swap into Metagross. We've got a 2-shield advantage now on anything, and Metagross is going to win against anything with a 2-shield advantage. So Gyarados coming in. Even though this Gyarados normally would have a pretty good matchup, with 2 shields, we're really not going to have that much of a problem. We're going to have to shield a Crunch here. But we're going to be able to get to a second Meteor Mash before they're able to get to another Crunch, and this Meteor Mash is going to take out the Gyarados. And we've still got one shield. It's Machamp coming back in, so that probably means that whatever they have in the back is not particularly strong against Metagross. So Machamp coming in, we're going to be able to get to a Meteor Mash before they get to another Cross Chop, which is really good. And this is going to take out the Machamp, and then in comes their opposing Metagross, actually. So we're just going to go for Meteor Mash because we know that all they need to do is hit a Meteor Mash against us. And then I actually make a mistake here. I should have swapped out right away, and then I tried to catch the charge move onto the Garchomp. And so this is going to be a little bit closer than it needs to be. So I go into the Snorlax. Fortunately, all I need to do on Snorlax is to land a Body Slam. But they have a lot of energy. So they connect with one Meteor Mash, and then they're able to get to another Meteor Mash, so this is looking really close. Fortunately, we are able to survive and get off the Body Slam, so definitely a misplay there on my part. I should have gone into the Meteor Mash right away, or sorry, gone into the Snorlax right away after dropping the Meteor Mash on the Metagross. However, we were able to win the match anyways. All right, getting into the fourth match here, and we get a smackdown Rhyperior on the lead. They're probably just going to Superpower and then swap out. So they do drop the Superpower and swap out into Snorlax. I drop the Sand Tomb here, and then honestly, I go into Metagross right away. I think this is probably the right call, but I probably could have actually gone into Snorlax since it was a Smackdown Rhyperior. Meteor Mash here is going to be dealing a lot of damage. They are going to be able to get to a charge move, but I'm counting on this being a superpower, and in fact it is a superpower, and we are able to take them out. They come in with Dragonite. We're going to be able to get to a Meteor Mash, which is going to deal a lot of damage or force the shield. Unfortunately, we don't have a great switch-in for this Dragonite. I think that's probably one of the biggest flaws with this team, is that it doesn't actually have a very good matchup other than Metagross against Dragonite. We're going to come in with Snorlax and go ahead and shield, but it was only a Dragon Claw. They definitely had more energy. They swap out into their Rhyperior. Gonna go ahead and Sand Tomb. Hopefully we can get to another Sand Tomb before they get to a charge move. I am going to go ahead and shield. I need to respect the potential superpower. However, it is not a superpower. Just building up a bunch of extra energy. We want 2 Sand Tombs. So this first one is going to take out the Rhyperior. And then this next one, hopefully we can get the shield on this Dragonite. But if nothing else, we will definitely soften it up for our Snorlax. We don't get the shield, but we do get the defense drop. And so going for the body slam now, this is going to be dealing a little bit more damage than normal since they do have the defense drop, but we do get the shield here. And then at this point, I just need to hope that they don't have Draco Meteor. If they have Draco Meteor, it's game over, and they do. So if it had been Hurricane, then I would have been able to survive and get to another body slam, but Draco Meteor just does so much damage. Of course, the trade-off being that you can't do anything to Togekiss. So, good match there. Really, really close. And that Snorlax with its moveset, that Dragonite with its moveset definitely was going to be able to take me out there. So, getting a Magnezone on the lead is a huge lead. They swap into a Gyarados. We're going to go ahead and Sand Tomb to soften this up. We want to make sure that our Snorlax can easily win switch advantage because we really need our Garchomp lined up against that Magnezone. Not going to shield. I think it is going to be an Outrage, but that's totally fine because we're going to get a Body Slam off here. And then we should actually be able to get to another Body Slam before they get to another charge move. We do get another Body Slam off here. This is either going to get them to shield or take them out. They do decide to shield. We're going to also shield here. We want to maintain that matchup. They go for a crunch, and then we're able to lick down, and we should be able to get off a body slam against whatever's coming in. It is a Dragonite, so that's totally fine. We're going to be able to line up our Metagross against this Dragonite. And going straight for the Meteor Mash here, we want to take their last shield. We do successfully shield a Hurricane, which is pretty big. The Meteor Mash likely is going to get shielded here. It does draw the shield. And then we have to be worried about them swapping out. And they do actually swap perfectly on our Meteor Mash, which is not great for us, but they're quite low, so it's probably not a big deal. And what it means is that we're actually going to be able to come in with Garchomp and completely farm down just with fast moves because Magnezone is double weak to ground. So these mirror shots are doing nothing. We can take 3 or 4 of them without really having to worry about it. And we're going to be able to have 100 energy for this Dragonite. We go straight for the Outrage. However, we actually CMP tie, and Dragonite just barely wins CMP against Garchomp, but it did force them to use their energy, and now we're going to be able to Bullet Punch down. So really close matchup there, but able to come out with the win. So able to go 4 of 5 in that set. So pretty good set. As I said, had 2 other sets where I was 2 of 3 on both, where it was just sort of average. Still rocking with this team, and I know that these videos must be getting a little bit repetitive, but I really do want to try and push for rank 10, and I think keeping some consistency is important in doing that, knowing your matchups and how much your charge moves do with and without a defense drop, very important. So going to probably be sticking with this team for at least a little while just to give myself the best chance of reaching rank 10. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.